Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joy at Work. It's great to be with you again. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes of your time, your precious time, to reflect with me on Joy at Work. Really appreciate you. Thanks a lot. Okay, one win for Arsenal this weekend going against the Villains. It's going to be a tough game. It's away, but we can do this. And so, really looking forward to being here next week, all smiles because we won another league game. With that, let's jump into what we've got for this week. And last week, I sort of went on a little bit of an introduction for work orientations, and I talked about how our worldviews influence the way we approach everything in life, influences the way we express ourselves, influences the way we interact with people, just the way we see the world, and this includes work. And I suggested, based on some research that has been done, that there are three basic work orientations. That is, there's three ways we can sort of approach the work that we do. The first one is just seeing work as a job. The second one is seeing work as a career. And the third one is seeing work as a calling. And I promised to sort of elaborate on each of these orientations. But I did note that work is messy and complicated. And so it's just a fact for many of us that there are probably a bit of these orientations that show up for our work in general. But what we want to focus on in this series is really what we would describe as our predominant orientation. Like, how do we really feel? Not in our lowest moment, not when things are going bad, as I like to think about it, but just day to day, what's the norm? And so today we start off by thinking about the work orientation that is work as a job. And I think this is a default orientation for many people. This orientation is pretty straightforward. It's really that work is a means to an end. And the only reason why people work is because that's the way they can take care of the needs that they have. Work provides the opportunity to acquire material resources. Nothing about our desires, our interests, the things we like are expressed through our work. In fact, some of us might go as far as to say that work is evil. We shouldn't be working. So, this is when work as a job becomes the predominant orientation. Work becomes that thing we're really trying to get away from. It's the thing where Sunday night you begin to feel really, really bad because you're about to go to work and you just can't wait for Friday. Work as a job is probably an orientation that makes joy at work something extremely silly, at least for most people. Why waste time thinking about, talking about, considering joy at work when work is this necessary evil that we have to do to make it in this world in which we find ourselves? So, this is a very common orientation. I talk to a lot of people who have this orientation. I have people who ask me, why would you even have a channel called Joy at Work? It doesn't make sense. But this is probably a reflection of their orientation. So, again, work as a job really focuses on what the job brings or what work brings. And so it's just a job. And what work brings, it's a means to an end. Very little of our passions, our interests are expressed, or even if we have the opportunity to express them, we really don't. We're just doing what we need to do to stay employed and to take care of the things we need to take care of. So, does this reflect the way you think about work? And I'm not here to make any judgments, or at this point, at least, who knows? Maybe I will in a few videos from now. But I think it's important to understand and think about our orientation because when we know our orientation to things, at least in this case of work, it can help us make decisions on how we want to approach work and maybe even help us find joy at work. So there you go. Work as a job, the first orientation. Next week, we'll talk about work as a career and we'll go from there. Again, thanks for joining me for a few minutes. The greatest gift you can give me, if this is valuable to you, is to share this with somebody else who you think will benefit from it. I'll see you on the other side. Be safe. Till next time. Bye.